All right, today we're going to work on a sprinkler system. So I've got one side coming on, zone 2 is coming on whenever I turn on zone 1. But 2 will come on by itself. Will work on its own. So I'm going to show you. This on a little further. Go. In here. You can see the sprinkler head's coming on. This is zone 1. This is zone 2. So that's on, and it's not supposed to be. Turn it off and get turned off. That's zone 2. That's zone 3. And those are leaking. So I'm going to replace all the diaphragms. Let's see if that fixes our problem. So I turn the main valve off, let this drain completely, and I'm going to go ahead and take this out. Take the solenoid out, just replace the solenoid, just unscrew it, re-terminate it, screw it back in. So we're going to take those screws out, probably clean that out a little bit before we pull that off because I don't want any dirt falling in there. So I've got this to clean out the hole a little bit, make sure the mud doesn't get down in the diaphragm itself. And all it is the diaphragm. There's some other parts and pieces in there, but with the spring and everything else, you really don't need. I got a long screwdriver, and then I got an extension on my drill, and then I've got my cutoff tool that I just got at Home Depot for $10 or something. So we'll turn the water off, and then we'll replace the diaphragm. Pull this out. There's the diaphragm. PVG. Okay, so we're going to pull that out. Okay. Inspect it. There's no trash in there. So this ring was down in there. And that goes on top of that. So we're going to replace that. Alright, we're going to replace this back down in there. It should be fine. Everything looks pretty clear. Okay. Now this has to be oriented a certain way because of that nozzle there. And so that's going to go right there. Okay. And now we're going to put the cover back on. There is a spring that we don't want to lose, and we don't want to get dirt. We want to make sure that's clear, and the spring's on there. Alright, the only thing to complete is put the solenoid back, and that's just going to screw back in there. Alright, so I got all the other diaphragms replaced. Only one left is the main valve. Could turn it off through here, but I'm going to have to turn it off, cutting off the whole house. So if you don't have one of these tools to cut off your water, it's really handy. Again, it's cheap. It helps you get down in here. And it's really tight. You have to turn it all the way until it stops. And that should kill the water. So before I start removing the valve, this is valve number 1. I'm going to open it up to relieve any pressure. So when I take that out, I don't have a lot of water coming back out of this hole and making a mess for me. You see the spring there? Alright, so I'm going to remove that. There's the new one. Pretty good. I may go rinse it off. Alright, got it all cleaned up. Should look pretty good. Note the orientation. Spring is still on there. this open. I'm gonna close it. Make sure this one's closed. Turn the water back on. All right, got the water turned back on. And now we're gonna just check everything out. So I'm gonna manually turn everything on. So I'm gonna turn this on. I'm gonna turn zone 1 on. Right, so that's zone 1. Everything seems to be working correctly. I've checked the other 2 zones as well, which is the other side of the sidewalk and the back. Everything seems to be working pretty good. It stopped the other zone from coming on. When one zone came on, zone 2 did not come on, and vice versa. So that's working correctly. I had some chatter on this pipe over here when I turned it on, zone 2 and 3. That seemed to fix those problems as well. So I think we're good. I got a few more problems, but we'll deal with that in another video.